That was a really fun time. What is going on, Jet fans? I am Matt O'Leary, back with another video to recap the New York Jets 24-3 beatdown of the New England Patriots. What a time. Being on the right side of a primetime blowout. Oh, things are coming up green today. Let's get into this one. You guys know the drill. We'll go drive by drive and then take a look at some box score numbers. So the Jets heed what a lot of people were saying, and it was something that I wanted the Jets to do. They came out throwing the football, and it was working. On the first drive, Patriots won the toss. They defer. Jets receive, and they come out throwing, and they are moving the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But then Morgan Moses gets hit with a holding call, then a sack. That stalls the drive. The Jets end up punting on that first drive, but Aaron Rodgers started like 4 of 4 on that first drive. Again, they were moving it and with some authority there. So there was a positive on that first drive. Jets defense came out and was absolutely superb. They allowed, it was a 3-and-out. It was a quick 3-and-out. They allowed just 1 yard on the ground. Get pressure on Brissett. He throws it away. Punt it off. Jets moving the ball again. An unnecessary roughness call adds 15. Rodgers hit Gibson. First down to the 10. And then a little Aaron Rodgers to Allen Lazard screen pass. And Lazard fights his way into the end zone. I think his jersey is still being stretched across MetLife Stadium as we speak. 7-0 New York Jets. Through the first 3 games of the year, we have 3 receiving touchdowns to Allen Lazard. I mean, Allen Lazard, it's literally the Captain America meme with Allen Lazard with Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, Trevor Siemian, and he's all skinny, and then Allen Lazard with Aaron Rodgers, and he's all jacked up. Like, what is happening? Allen Lazard, a very functional wide receiver for the Jets so far through the first 3 weeks of the year. Next possession, would get a conversion from the Patriots. Hunter Henry, who we knew was going to be the focal point of the offense, converts a 3rd and 3. But then the Jets get off the field because of a sack from Will McDonald and Michael Clements. Clements had a nice game. Will McDonald also had a stellar performance after a strong breakout performance in week 2. Again, everything was just coming up Jets in this one. Aaron Rodgers was on one tonight. He finds Allen Lazard on 3rd and 6 for a first down. A heavy dose of Braylon Allen on this drive gets the Jets inside the 30. Then you get a conversion to Garrett Wilson. 3rd and 1. Brees initially marked short. It was a horrendous call. After review, Robert Saleh challenges. Jets get in the end zone, punches it in. 14-0 New York Jets. They are out and flying. Ramondre Stevenson on the next drive gets hit with a face mask, and then Jamie Sherwood gets hit with a roughing call that was really borderline, but ended up not really mattering. Chuck Clark was much better today. He gets a sack on the blitz. Reed gets hit with a DPI. McDonald gets another sack. Patriots attempt a field goal, so it's a 14-3 game at this point. Next Jets possession right to the end of the half. It's, there was a run and then a false start, strike to Tyler Conklin. They start moving the ball a little bit. They're trying to get down the field. Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson not on the same page on this drive. So it ends up Greg Zuerlein's going to attempt a field goal, and he hooks it left. Not a great kick from Greg Zuerlein, who had a few misses in the preseason and had a miss tonight. Strange. He's usually automatic, but has had some misses early on tonight, and then a couple in the preseason as well. So 14-3 is your score at the half. Out of the half, Patriots do nothing. They go 3-and-out, punt it away. Jets get the ball back. They start moving it with authority once again. Aaron Rodgers scrambling, using his legs, pick up a first down. Aaron Rodgers on the move, finds Tyler Conklin, who had a great game. The one negative from this drive, they had to, in the 3rd quarter, take 2 timeouts to avoid a delay of game, which in this game doesn't matter. Later in the season, and when you're playing significantly tougher opponents, and hopefully when you're playing in January, that will matter. So that can't continue. That is something that has to change. Anyway, the New York Jets punch it in the end zone. Aaron Rodgers with an unreal throw to Garrett Wilson at the pylon. He reaches it in. Jets go up 21-3. Pat's next possession, they get a couple check downs. They're moving it a little bit. Then a holding call really stalls that drive. Ends up being 3rd and long. They don't convert on a 3rd and long because they don't have the offense for it. They punt it away. Next possession for the Jets. Josh Uche absolutely lights up Aaron Rodgers, gets hit with a roughing the passer call. It was really, really late when you're down 21-3, you're down 18 points. He was just clearly frustrated. Tyler Conklin was big on this drive again. He had a stellar performance. We'll go over the numbers at the end of this one. Morgan Moses got rolled up on, didn't look good. He was down on the field for a while in obvious pain. He didn't get carted off. He walked off under his own power. Did take the golf cart, though, down the tunnel. Olu Fashanu came in, and from what I saw, looked fine in a limited sample. And, again, you really hate to see Morgan Moses go down. Just 3 games into it. We'll keep an eye on what that injury actually is. Obviously, again, we'll keep a close eye on what that becomes. But you draft someone like Olu Fashanu because you feel comfortable with him coming in. And I thought you didn't hear his name or see anything negative. And for an offensive lineman, that's usually a good sign. And again, I thought Olu looked good. So nothing ends up going on there on that drive for the Jets. But on the next possession for New England, Chuck Clark comes in with a forced fumble, strips the ball away from Ramondre Stevenson. Jets get good field position at this point. Aaron Rodgers has a nice completion up to Mike Williams, who was really strong today. The Jets would settle for 3 on this drive. Would have been nice to see them punch one in again, but they kick a field goal and make it a 24-3 game. Jets defense continues to do the thing. Not much going on. Javon Kinlaw picks up a 3rd down sack, forces another punt. Jets are winding the clock. They pick up a couple first downs, but not like a super crazy long drive. Heavy dosage of run. It almost had a long Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson completion, which would have put Aaron Rodgers over 300 yards on the day, which would have been nice, but he ends in the 280s. The Jets punted away, and for some reason, the New England Patriots decide now's the time to put in Drake May in that situation. Good luck, sir. He enters, his first pass is almost picked off by Michael Carter, and then they drive down the field because the Jets are in prevent, but Jets get a ton of sacks along the way. Leonard Taylor picks one up. Will McDonald gets another one. And another sack to pretty much wind out the clock on the 10-yard line. So a 24-3 final. The New York Jets win in primetime over the New England Patriots by, again, 21 points. I'm pinching myself because is this real life? The Jets have had 3 offensive touchdowns in each of their first 3 games. On the broadcast, they said the last time they did that was 1989. The Jets have 3 games. They've only played 3 games, and 3 times this year they have 3 offensive touchdowns or more. In 2023, they had 3+ touchdowns in 2 games. That's it. On a whole, out of 17, they did it twice. They've done it 3 times in 3 attempts already this year. And it still doesn't feel like they fully hit their stride. I mean, again, Jet fans, you're allowed to be excited over this. This is exciting stuff. Let's take a look at the box score numbers. Will McDonald was absolutely stellar. He finished, I believe, with 2.5 sacks. I want to look up the numbers there for Will McDonald. Where is he? He's not. Yep, 2 sacks. It's listing 2 sacks for Will McDonald, but 5 sacks through the first 3 games has been absolutely stellar. The Jets had, 7 sacks on the day. Poor Drake May finished 4 of 8 for 22 yards and was sacked twice. Jacoby Brissett, 12 of 18 for 98 yards. So with the sacks, that's net 61 yards passing for those 2. Aaron Rodgers finishes his day 27 of 35, 281 yards, 8 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, no picks, a 118.9 rating. On the ground, the Jets struggle against the run. New England's been so great against the run. As a team, 15 carries for 78 yards. Ramondre Stevenson had 6 carries for 23. Antonio Gibson had 5 for 29. Drake May had a couple long ones. Overall, I thought the Jets defense was stellar. tonight. They were absolutely stellar. As a team, here's the numbers. They allowed, as a unit, 139 total yards and 3 points to the New England Patriots. Talk about a bounce back performance. They needed that one, and they had a turnover as well on the fumble recovery from Chuck Clark. Going back to some other box score stats, Braylon Allen, 11 carries for 55 yards. Breece Hall, 16 for 54 and a score. Tyler Conklin, your leading receiver, 5 catches for 93 yards. Lazard, 3 for 48 and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 5 for 33 and a touchdown. And you also had Mike Williams, 3 for 34. Just an all-out dominant performance from the New York Jets. They now have 10 days off before they play again against the Denver Broncos. We'll be in attendance for that one. I'm pumped up, but enjoy this one, Jet fans. We freaking deserve this because I have not seen quarterback play like that in my lifetime. Aaron Rodgers could not miss today. He was stellar. That was vintage Aaron Rodgers. Enjoy it, Jet fans. We deserve that one. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you next time.